I should've known that it was temporary. I put that on my life before I die, that I'ma have a beat. Ain't no plan that you can stop when God the one that take the lead.
We're here today at Phillips High School here in Chicago, and we're here about to just starting off with just a little talk today on this Saturday morning. And with some topics you want to speak about today, Ian?
So like right now, personal development, as well as, probably some insights on marketing that we've, been learning throughout the weeks, the months of being together.
Okay, yeah. So a lot of people need to know that just marketing is just a good aspect of promoting yourself as individuals, because people don't know what they don't see. So if you're not actively promoting yourself each and every day or at a certain consistent pace, then you're not going to be able to be found by your audience or maximize your potential. Like I say, marketing yourself is like taking more shots. If you take more shots, you're more likely to make one. So if you're not able to put yourself out there, being able to post, show up to events, or continue to put yourself in the community, then you're less likely to reach that target audience that you want to reach. So being able to be consistent with posting, being consistent with those events, and being able to be consistent at something, because it's not about doing something great one time, but being able to do it consistently.
Okay. So for those starting out, what was marketing when it came to you starting out, and what has it grown to with you being about like a year and a half in?
Well, I've been doing this for more than a year and a half. It started with me being able to promote myself as a college football player, because a lot of people during COVID was inside and we weren't playing football. So what I was doing, I utilize social media as my strength. So what I would do is in COVID, I would start just being more proactive. I wouldn't wait for opportunities to come to me. I'd create the opportunity for myself. So that would be starting with me posting some of my workouts. I might be going to the field doing some footwork, or I might post some of my workout videos, and I'll show people that I'm actively working, even though we're inside the house or we're not at school. So I would start posting that, and then I just post that literally consistently every week. Every week I would post something. I'd post 2 or 3 posts a week, and then I would reach out to every single coach from every single organization in the country. So I would actually go to search up the coach's username on their website, and I would email all the coaches. I would make a message, and I would send it to each and every coach. And that's like a sales process. The more people that you're able to reach out to, the more likely you are to get a sale. So I'm like, that's the same thing with me emailing coaches. So I would literally go at night, and I would really probably email about 20, 30 coaches every single night. And every now and then I might not get a response from all of them, but I'll get a response from 1 or 2. And I continue to post at the same time while I continue to reach out to coaches. So once we actually got to the point where we were actually in the game, I started posting all my film literally this next day after we finished our game. I already had my highlights ready. I posted that the day after, shared that out to all the coaches. Okay. And as soon as you knew it, my Twitter page went from I had less than 60 followers on Twitter, and I had 1,600 by the time I was in my senior year of high school. Okay. And my highlights had over 60,000 views on Twitter, because I just shared it to people all over the country, and I wasn't scared of promoting myself. And I feel like more people need to be able to do that with themselves, promoting what their talent might be. It might be sports, it might be an artist, it might be a business, but you be able to promote yourself like everyone else. We promote all these other brands that we don't own, but you promote your biggest brand is yourself before any other brand. So be able to utilize that. And before you have any business, your personal brand is the most important. So being able to show your true character, your true spirit, how you help other people, and how you provide value. And that's important that more people need to do, not promoting things that are negative, but promoting what truly, their true authentic self and how they want to see themselves in the future that's positive and benefiting the community.
So I feel like it's like a couple of things that popped up oftentimes when it came to Corey specifically. This is something that y'all probably can take away. Finding one thing or a couple of things that you feel like is true to yourself, something that you can continuously replicate and stay disciplined to. 2, always being in the places in which you would seek your target audience. For Corey and I, specifically in business, that's these entrepreneur events. That's coming to places like schools, because our target audience are young adults, and we ain't trying to, impact the young adults. So by being in the rooms with young adults, oftentimes now we in Phillips High School, we trying to be in the right places. So that's 2. You got to be in the right rooms. You got to be dedicated, And then 3, you always got to wear your brand on you. It's like, it's been so many times in which Corey and I have been around in rooms, and it's like, we don't know you, but we know Social Storm. And that's the biggest aspect of it. It's like, you're bigger than your brand, or your brand is bigger than just you. Your brand can reach out to a lot of people based on the positivity and the productivity that you use your message for. So it's important to do these 3 things. Moving forward, Corey, aside from marketing, personal branding is the most important thing. But how can you get to personal branding without knowing like a true sense of yourself? What are some things that you've done when it comes to personal development, so that when you did have your brand in Social Storm, when you did have your brand when it came to sports, you was able to portray yourself in a way that would appeal to other people?
Well, one thing I would say is being able to try new things. That's something I was not scared to do. I didn't care what other people thought about myself. I was like, I'm going to go and do something I might be interested in, whether that's learning more about history, learning more about different cultures, putting myself in a new environment of people that are different than me, asking questions with a non-biased mindset. I had an open mind when I went to different situations, and I actually learned and had a conversation and had a better understanding of society as a whole. And then also after doing that, being able to have another level of discipline, because for me, a lot of people like to do things that might not benefit their life. But for me, I was like, I want to be able to put myself in a situation where I could be successful, not just personally, but other people. So I would do a lot of things, like I'd go to a lot of different events while maybe other people might be going to parties, or they might do things that distract them, but it doesn't really benefit them. But I wanted to do things to help me, put me in the right direction, surround myself with the right people, and also go after my passions. Because a lot of people do things, but it's not really what they love to do, whether that might be what they're studying or what people that they're around or what their parents might think. But one thing about me is that I'm always doing something that sparks my interest. Like I literally go on YouTube to explore everything. YouTube University is your biggest asset today. I feel like you can search up anything. And some days I might be interested about history in Africa, or I might be interested about geography in Europe, or this type of organization or group, or different things about business and culture. And I had a better understanding of the society and how it was created. So I was able to navigate through that and just have that discipline, that mindset, and then surround myself with the right people so I can move in the right direction of where I want to be.
Okay. And again, you spoke on discipline. You spoke on having an overview, or always learning to the point where you know a lot about different topics and subjects. Those are the 2 that you spoke on. I'd like to add more to the second one of, knowing a lot of topics or different topics or subjects about something, and it always revolves around continuously learning. So when it comes to, life, you don't know where life's going to take you. Football, track, now he's in business. And it's like, at some point, it's like learning all these different things about the world, learning all these different things about history, learning all these different things about business, about stocks. Corey never knew where his life was going to go. But by knowing all these things, when his life did go a certain way, Corey knew a lot of things about that topic, about that industry, about that aspect, in which he was now able to be more diverse and be able to change his self based on the situation that he's in, and that's called adversity. So it's like, I feel like knowing so many different topics, or being at least a little bit well-versed, you don't got to be the expert, but just being well-versed in multiple different topics can help you when it comes to your life changing, either for the better or for the worst. And, I feel like I want to leave us on that one. But
Can I have one more thing to add? One more thing to add. Yeah, so for a lot of people, I'd say young people in general, find something that you're really good at and focus on that. Like, you can focus on a good niche about 2 or 3 things that you're good at and get really good at that, because we live in a time where a lot of people have over influx of information. So a lot of people don't do much with it because there's too much. They don't have anything that they focus on. So what you can do, everyone wants to do a lot of different things. Like, we want to do photography, you want to be an actor, you want to be a model, you want to do all those things. But find something that you're good at. Find a passion that you're passionate about, not just what you're good at, but what you're passionate about. And focus on that thing that you're good at and you're passionate about. And then once you get really big at that, then you can venture out to other things, because so many people want to be a serial entrepreneur doing all these different things, but have something that you can stand on first. Like you see a lot of successful people. You see like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart was really good with being a comedian, and then now he's into acting. He's in entrepreneurship. He's into a lot of different subjects. So it's important that you get really good at what you're at one thing, one or two things, and then once you get that, you can always venture out on the things, other things that you love in life.
Okay. All right, that's dope. With that being said, it looks like we're about to get busy. We'll hear from you in a minute.
Peace out.